Welcome to the second part of the series of videos on ancient Indian wisdom and practical spirituality. In this video, I'm going to share with you the concept of sadhana. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Manasi Kakade and I serve as a mentor for Bridgewalker coaches and healers. Bridgewalkers are analytical thinkers, critical thinkers who are also fascinated by all things spiritual and woo-woo. I teach them how to express themselves freely and fully through their businesses. In the part 1 of this video series, I shared with you the concept of Dharma, your unique way of being. In today's video, I'm going to share with you Sadhana, which is your discipline to get the mastery of your Dharma. Are you ready? Let's get started. The word sadhana, you can think of it as doing everything you can to get to the mastery of your craft. Get to the mastery of your dharma, meaning your unique way of being. Say if you think about a monk or a sage and they're meditating day in, day out for hours, what they are doing is sadhana. Think of an athlete who goes on the track early in the morning, as soon as they wake up, work there, get ready, get in good shape. They are putting in sadhana. Artist, when there is a singer who is practicing hitting certain notes, they're practicing day in, day out, what they are doing is sadhana. So in your life, where are you putting your sadhana? What is it that you want to master? And how are you doing it? There are certain qualities to sadhana that will help you understand this concept even better. Number 1 is showing up. An athlete, a singer, a monk, they show up every single day to practice. It takes a certain amount of discipline to show up every single day and to be doing what it is that you want to master. I can think of an example from my own journey as an entrepreneur. When I wanted to start my business, I had no idea what my business will look like. I had no idea how I can serve others. And I wouldn't say I have no idea. I just didn't have the wording around it. I just didn't feel I had enough clarity around it. Of course, I knew some of my skills, some of my talents, but then afterwards, I just didn't know how to convert it into a business. But I had this urgency that I need to do something for it. And one thing I decided, that was my goal behind the sadhana, was I'm going to start doing whatever it is that brings me joy. And what I discovered in that process is I love writing. So I decided one day that every single Monday, I am going to write a blog post and I'm going to publish it. I did that for 2 years straight. With the exceptions or a few Mondays here and there, I did it. It didn't matter that I worked full time at that time. I had 3.5 hours of commute. I was busy. Some days I was so tired that I didn't even feel like opening my laptop, but I showed up. And making that commitment to yourself for showing up, just showing up. You don't have to worry about perfection. You don't have to worry about doing it right. Just showing up is a part of sadhana. And what that did for me is internally, it made me a better writer, a better blogger. I started understanding what it is that I like talking about. These were all internal results that moved me towards my path of mastering my dharma. But then the external results were, I got my first clients through that blog. That's how I started my business, even when I didn't have a business. I had nothing to sell. I had no idea that this blog will be the tool that will turn into a business, but it would have never happened if I didn't have the consistency of showing up every single Monday and writing that blog post and sharing my message with others. So that's quality number one that is associated with sadhana, is showing up regularly. And you decide what that interval is for you. The quality number two is rhythm. There is a certain rhythmic quality to doing sadhana. Sadhana isn't just about showing up once in a while, it's about showing up consistently. So, waking up at a certain time of the day every single day, maybe creating a morning routine or before bedtime routine, or deciding that I want to release my YouTube videos every Monday, which is what I do. There is a rhythmic quality to it because that rhythm puts you in a different mindset. And initially, maybe you will have a little bit of difficulty creating that rhythm. But what it does to your mindset is later on, it just starts becoming a second nature to you. Now I wake up on Mondays and I know already that today I'm going to publish a YouTube video. I don't have to think about it. It just happens. And that's the type of flow and ease you get into with this rhythmic discipline of sadhana. And quality number three is the focused discipline, even if you are not sure what the outcome is that you're looking for. Sadhana, by the nature of it, means that you are investing and enjoying the process of practice. You are not worried about the outcome. The outcome will happen on its own. In today's world, I see a lot of people who say that they want to go in this direction, say they want to start a business, but they are not willing to experiment. They are not willing to learn. They are not willing to hire mentors who will teach them how to explore what it is that they want to do. Now, that is not sadhana. Sadhana means that, okay, I seem to have some desire. Now I want to invest myself in taking the actions, being in the discipline, showing up day in, day out to understand what focus looks like. And it's through that process that you ask yourself, whatever it is that you're focusing on, does this feel aligned to me? And if it doesn't, you leave that behind and you discover something new that is for you. You experiment, you innovate, you try out different things. You aren't worried about failing. In fact, you want to fail so that you understand what is not working for you and then tweak it a little bit to take it to the next level. So it's this quality of focused discipline without any expectation of outcome, and yet at the same time trusting that the outcome will happen. In the process of my sadhana, I will discover my dharma, and that's what will be my contribution to this world. These are the three qualities that are associated with sadhana. Number one is showing up in a rhythmic way. And third, focused discipline, even when you don't know how that will turn into a certain outcome. Now, what is the implication of it in our business? Number one, it's absolutely okay to take your time, to experiment, to fail in order to understand what it is that your business looks like. Quite often in the world of online business, we hear these stories of somebody just started their business and they suddenly turned in their first year, they got six-figure business. In their second year, they earned $1 million. And it's at that time we go into this mode of comparison and wondering, when am I going to get there? We may feel jealousy, we may feel envy, we may even feel just complete demotivation that I'm just not cracking the code of this business. But the way sadhana works is you are building up your own potential in your own time. And at first, you may not even see you are doing that, but you are. And then suddenly at one point you start getting the breakthroughs, and that's when it's breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough, and you start becoming you start getting exponential results from it. So don't compare yourself to others. Don't be disheartened by your own failures. It is all a part of your sadhana, and appreciate it for what it is. Point number two, start your sadhana early. And start it even when you don't have enough clarity. I see a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs who get stuck in not knowing what their next actions are. They get stuck in thinking that they need all kinds of clarity and a whole map of their business completely ready in front of them in order to create the business. And that's simply not the case. As you start working and taking actions, and as you start getting into the discipline of mastering your craft, mastering your business skills, as you start all that, you are going to get more and more clarity about who you are and how you express yourself. That's when the business, the products, the promotion, selling, all of that will come to you with ease once you start getting that clarity slowly but surely. But don't wait to start your sadhana in the hope that you get the clarity first. It always works the other way around. Sadhana first, clarity through sadhana. This is one of the biggest reasons I have created the Weekend Academy, which is my group mentorship program for aspiring entrepreneurs who want to create the right business from the get-go. That's where we get the clarity on what it means to express your dharma by taking actions every single weekend. That's the whole premise of this Weekend Academy. So the point here is sadhana comes first, then the clarity, not the other way around. Now the implication number 3. Can you think of putting as many hours, as much sweat and tears into your sadhana for something that you don't love? That's why following your passions, following your talents and skills and working on them is so important. It is important if you have decided that you want to serve this world in a way that only you can. If you have decided that, then it becomes very important for you to find really what aligns with your dharma and what brings you joy. Because there is simply no way possible that you are going to put in so much work, so much sadhana, if you don't love it. It will create a miserable life if you are working this hard towards something that isn't even your passion. So in your business, every time you take an action, ask yourself, does this action feel aligned to me? Do I want to do this again and again and again? Do I want to become the master of it in the first place? And that will solve, this simple question will solve a lot of your problems in business when you are thinking what kind of products I should create. Can you be teaching those kind of products again and again and again? And if your answer is no, I cannot teach this for the rest of my life, then that's not the product for you. While you're developing social media presence, ask yourself, do I see myself recording videos, editing videos day in, day out? Can I master this skill? Do I feel good about mastering this skill? And if the answer is no, I hate videos, don't start getting on YouTube right away. You don't need that right now. There is some other path for you. For example, when I first started, I started with blogging because videos didn't feel aligned to me at that time. I loved writing and that's what I wanted to start with. That was the path of least resistance. So as you develop in your sadhana, you may discover new opportunities coming up for you, but every single time that opportunity comes forward, ask yourself, does this align with me? Is this something I can see myself doing day after day and master it? That's all I have for you guys in this video. I hope this concept of sadhana gave you an understanding of what exactly we are doing in all that time when we are figuring out who we are and how we express ourselves. And I hope it gave you the inspiration to walk on your own path without comparing yourself to others and not be disheartened by your failures, and in fact appreciate them for what they are, because that's what sadhana looks like. Now, sadhana takes you to mastery, but you don't really reach your full potential until you get into the flow. So in the next video, I'm going to share with you the concept of bhakti, which roughly means devotion, and how that helps us get into the flow. If you want to be notified as soon as I release that video, then subscribe to my channel. If you like this discussion of sadhana, then give me a like. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.